Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley just finished up, and I'm gonna say this now. I picked Joaquin Buckley to win. Okay, I'm just gonna get that out of the way with, because I'm gonna be called salty and biased. But I was under the assumption that Joaquin Buckley could actually stuff a fucking takedown. But we'll we'll move. But I was high on Joaquin Buckley going to this fight. Joaquin Buckley was probably also high on something else going into this fight, judging by how he managed to stuff zero takedowns and not be able to just push himself off bottom position. You know what I mean? I know Usman's good, but come on, mate. Chew up his leg a little bit. I said Buckley would win by round 3 TKO. Boy, was I wrong. But we're going to break down the fight round by round. Starting off with round number 1. I gave this round Kamaru Usman 10-9. You could arguably give a 10-8. I don't think there was enough damage from Usman to give a 10-8. But he did just land a takedown within the first minute and control Buckley for the entire round. Cut up his eye with some good ground and pound, good elbows. So 10-9 Usman, not good enough for 10-8, but at this current point in time, I'm thinking, okay, first round of the fight, whatever, maybe Buckley just wants to give up the first round. Sometimes you have to give up that round on bottom position. There's no point really fighting out of it, wasting all that energy. Just give up the round. It's fine. We've got 4 more rounds. We head into round number 2 and the exact same thing happens. So I'm thinking, okay, this is maybe my pick was a little bit wrong about Buckley chewing up Usman's leg and knocking him out in round number 3. But Buckley did all right on the feet. He was, he exploded pretty well. He was landing good uppercuts, to be fair. That uppercut was money for him the entire fight. Well, as money as you can get when you're getting dominated by Usman. But, he would, launch forward, throw a nice combination, land a good uppercut. He would, run forward and land a knee occasionally. But then Usman just Usman just shoots a double leg from Nigeria, basically. He shoots it from so far out that anyone with, who was functioning correctly and has, trained double legs and trained how to stuff him goes, I'll just, sprawl this one. Not Buckley, though. Usman gets him down and then lands good ground and pound. 2-0 Usman. 2-0 Usman, 2 rounds in. Long day at the office, eh? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Round number 3. We're gonna try and I'm gonna keep this shit a buck, okay? A Joaquin buck. We're going to round number 3. Could you give Joaquin Buckley round number 3? I mean, round number 3 was close on strikes. Buckley's cracking him on the feet, to be fair. Usman lands a takedown off a single leg, pushes him up against the cage. And then he gets him back on the ground and then just, holds him on the fucking ground. So I'm swearing too much, bro, but I'm very annoyed at this. I'm very annoyed because this is a bad prediction. This is a really, really bad prediction. And it looks bad on me because I predicted Buckley to win. I've been yapping on about it all week, and then he goes and gets dominated over the course of 5 rounds by Kamaru Usman. But whatever, we'll move. Yeah, so Buckley loses this round clearly. 3-0 Usman. Going into round number 4, you could arguably give Buckley this round. One of the judges gave Buckley this round. I know everyone's saying that's a terrible decision, which it kind of is, but you could give Buckley this round, hypothetically speaking. He did all right. He cracked him with an uppercut quite a few times. Usman landed less ground and pound this round than any other round. So it's the closest round so far, but I think Usman still probably takes it 10-9. It's the closest round, though, because, well, Usman didn't land a lot of ground and pound this round, and Buckley was still cracking him on the feet. So you could arguably give it to Buckley, but, I think Usman takes it. Round number 5, Buckley, I think whatever he's been smoking in the back wore off, and he actually figured out how to defend a takedown. So he started defending takedowns now. So he's defending the double legs. He's getting up against the cage. He's reversing position. He defends all of Kamaru Usman's takedowns inside round number 5. Chilling, he starts beating him up on the feet, looking very close to getting a finish. He just can't get a finish within the time left because he waited 22 minutes to stuff a single takedown, which is crazy. But Buckley's, well, is he young? He's like 31, isn't he? He's still learning. He's still growing as a fighter, so we can let him off a little bit. But no, now we're gonna witness another Kamaru Usman title run. 49-46 win for Kamaru Usman. This is a terrible. This was one of my worst predictions I think I've ever made personally. And I said Paul Craig would submit Bellattio, and he almost knocked him out, but it was given a no contest because Bellattio's falling on the floor like a fish. You know what I mean? So Whatever, doesn't matter. Good win for Kamaru Usman, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.